If you can help someone get from point A to point B just a little bit faster, you have a valuable course living inside you right now. But how do you actually find that specific sweet spot? How do you know if anyone will actually open their wallet and pay real money for what you know? That is exactly what we are breaking down today. You are going to get a simple, foolproof framework to find your niche. We are going to dig into what you already know, prove that people want it, and show you how to map it all out before you ever touch a video camera. Are you ready to stop overthinking and start building a real asset for your business? Let's dive right in. Let's start with step one. We call this the transformation inventory. Sounds a bit fancy, right? It just means taking a good, honest look at what you have actually achieved in your own life. Forget about your official job title for a second. Think about your actual life. What have you figured out in the last 2 years that used to feel incredibly hard for you but now feels like second nature? Did you learn how to edit short-form videos that actually get thousands of views? Did you figure out how to organize a chaotic household with 3 screaming kids and somehow still maintain your sanity? Maybe you mastered the art of negotiating a remote work salary, or you built a specific workout routine that you actually stuck to for more than a month. That gap between where you used to be and where you are right now is called the transformation. That gap is where you can build a business. You see, people do not buy online courses because they want a giant pile of information. No, people buy courses because they want the destination. They want to be where you are right now. They want to bypass the frustration, the late nights, and the confusion that you already went through. So grab a piece of paper. I want you to make 3 simple lists. First, make a list of things people constantly ask you for help with. What is that one thing your friends and colleagues always text you about? Second, list the tools or software you know how to use really well. Are you a master at Notion or Excel or some obscure design program? Third, look at your own credit card statements. What do you spend your own money on? What communities are you a part of? Somewhere at the intersection of those 3 lists is your million-dollar course idea. You do not need to be the absolute best in the world at it. You just need to know more than the person you're teaching. Can you take someone who is at a level 0 and bring them up to a level 5? If the answer is yes, then you are more than qualified. Your experience is your authority. Now let's move on to step 2. We have your ideas written down, but we need to make sure they are actually profitable. How do we know if people will actually pay for your knowledge? We need to find out where the money is already flowing. First, let's head over to Amazon. Look up the top-selling nonfiction books in your general topic area. Are people actively buying books about it? Look at the reviews. Especially look at the 3-star and 4-star reviews. What are people complaining about? What did the author leave out? That gap in the market is your golden ticket. Next, let's go to Reddit. Find the subreddits dedicated to your topic. What are the common threads? What specific questions keep popping up every single week? If you see the same question being asked over and over again, that is not an annoyance. That is a blinking neon sign that says, please create a course on this topic. You can do the exact same thing on YouTube. Search for your topic and look at the view counts. Are people actively searching for this? Now let's address a common fear that almost everyone has. What if you do research and find out that other people are already selling courses on your exact topic? Your first instinct might be to panic. You might think the market is too crowded and that you should give up. Stop right there. Competition is not your enemy. Competition is the ultimate proof of concept. It means people are actively spending money on this exact thing. If no one is selling a course in your niche, it usually means there is no money there, not that you discovered a secret gold mine. Your job is not to be the only person teaching this. Your job is to bring your unique voice, your specific framework, and your own personality to the table. People do not just buy the content. They pay for the expertise of the instructor. They buy the way you explain things, so do not be intimidated by a crowded room. It just means you're at the right party. Okay, so at this point, you might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed. You might be thinking about all that research and wondering how on earth you're going to find the time to do it all. I get it. We are all busy. You have a life, maybe a full-time job, and definitely better things to do than spend 40 hours scrolling through internet forums and reading book reviews. What if you could skip all the manual labor? What if you could use technology to do the heavy lifting for you? This is where things get really exciting. Instead of just guessing and hoping for the best, you can use specialized tools to validate your idea in seconds. For example, there is a platform called FreshLearn that has an AI course idea validator built right into it. You simply type in your general concept and the system analyzes current market trends and search data to give you a score. It tells you if there is a hungry audience for your topic or if you need to pivot a little bit. It is like having a professional market research team right in your hands. But it does not stop there. Once you have a winning idea, the hardest part is often figuring out how to actually structure it. How do you turn a big, broad topic into a step-by-step syllabus that actually makes sense to a student? FreshLearn has an AI outline generator too. You give it your validated niche and it maps out a logical, module-by-module course structure in under 10 minutes. It takes away that terrifying blank page syndrome. You do not have to stare at a white screen wondering what to say first. The system gives you the skeleton, and you just fill in the muscle with your own stories and expertise. It bridges the gap between having a vague idea and having a concrete plan. Why would you spend weeks spinning your wheels when you can let smart technology point you in the right direction in an afternoon? It lets you act like a professional business owner from day one, even if you're just starting out in your spare time. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, money. Once you have your niche and your outline ready, the fear of pricing usually crawls in. How much should you charge? Will people actually pay $100 or $500 or even $1,000 for what you know? The short answer is yes, they absolutely will. If you price your course too low, say 15 bucks, you send a subconscious signal to the world that your course is not a great one. People assume it is just basic information they could find on YouTube for free, but when you price it higher, you attract a completely different type of learner. You attract people who are actually committed to doing the work. Have you ever noticed that the people who pay the least always complain the most? It is a universal law of business. High-paying learners are invested. They show up, they do the exercises, and they get the real results. And those results turn into glowing testimonials, which can bring you even more learners. It is a beautiful cycle, so don't be afraid to charge what the transformation is worth. If your course helps someone land a new job, or save 10 hours of work a week, or fix a major relationship problem, that is incredibly valuable. Stop thinking about how much time it took you to record the videos. Start thinking about how much value the learner gets. You are not charging for your time, you are charging for the result. And when you realize that, your whole perspective shifts. You stop feeling like a salesperson and start feeling like a guide. You are helping people solve a real problem, and you deserve to be compensated well for that. We covered a lot today. Let's do a quick recap so you can take action right now. First, look at your own life and find your transformation. What have you overcome or mastered? Second, validate that idea by looking at where the money is already going on Amazon, Reddit, and YouTube. Remember, competition is a good thing. Third, use smart technology to save yourself time and eliminate the guesswork. Map out your outline and get moving. The only thing standing between you and a successful online course business is execution. Overthinking is the enemy of progress. Your first course does not need to be a cinematic masterpiece. It does not need to be flawless. It just needs to be helpful. There are people out there right now struggling with the exact problem you know how to solve. They are waiting for someone to explain it in a way they can finally understand. Why should they keep struggling just because you are afraid of what people might think? It is time to step up. If you want to make this process incredibly easy, use the right tools. Go check out the free AI Course Idea Validator by FreshLearn. I put the link right down in the description. Test your idea right now and see if it is a winner. Drop a comment letting me know what your course is going to be about. I cannot wait to see what you create. Hit that subscribe button for more practical tips on growing your business, and I will see you in the next video.